Okay, so I'm making that face because I literally just made a 15-minute video and I didn't turn my mic on. So mad. So now I have to do it all over again. Whew. Everything happens for a reason though, so obviously there's something I forgot. End of day 3. It was actually a pretty easy day. And I say that with my fingers crossed because it's only day 3 and tomorrow could be pure, yeah. So, I read my quote, ate within my calories and my macros. I exercised, which was difficult because I didn't wake up until 12 because I work overnight. So I didn't wake up until 12 and then I ate and showered, got out of bed, got dressed, all that stuff. It was like 2. I talked to my mama, did nothing for about an hour. I probably wasted a good hour doing nothing, but that's okay. At 3 o'clock, I went to Godby's track, and I took my textbook with me because I had class at 5:30 and 3 assignments to do before I went to class, and I had not read the chapter, so that was great. I live for that. I was able to read and to finish the assignment while I was sitting in the class. So class started at 5:30. I got there like 5:15 and I submitted it at 5:30 when my teacher started lecturing. So that was great. Not a whole lot happened today. I ate when I got up at 12. I had a snack before class. It's 8:30 now. I'm going to eat when I get done with this video. And I walked. I didn't do weights today. I'm going to try tomorrow, but I'll talk about that in my struggles. It's hard. It's hard on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I work from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., sleep for 3 hours, go to class from 11 to 6:30, and then by that time I'm hecka tired, and it's just really hard to go to the gym after that. So, but I'm going to do it. My struggles. Made a list of my struggles. So even though it is only day 3, there have been struggles. Today was relatively easy, but I still struggled. Exercise, I don't know what it is, but my motivation has been 0%. 0% motivated. I mean, I have nothing. The only thing driving me to go and do it is the fact that I said that I was going to do it and that I knew that I was making this video saying whether or not I did it. But other than that, usually in the past, even when I was younger and bigger, like going to work out wasn't a problem. Like it's enjoyable, makes me feel better. I want to go do it. Nope. I went at 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday because I wanted to get it done, and I said that I was going to do it on the video yesterday. I hadn't done it, so I knew that I needed to. Did it yesterday. I went to the gym. Today I went walking. Tomorrow I need to go back to the gym. It'll get done. Another struggle is my schedule. My schedule is crazy. So I work at night, I go to school during the day, and it's not so much that school is really hard or work is really hard or that the past 3 days of this challenge have been extraordinarily hard, but doing all 3 at the same time is a lot of work and it takes a lot of extra effort. And because my schedule is so crazy, I can't come home basically for like a day. So like I leave at 10 tonight and I'm not going to be back until 7 o'clock tomorrow. And what that means is I have to pack all my food, and I have an hour before I have to be to work, and I haven't made dinner or anything like that. But it means that I have to pack all of my food, take it with me to work, and then eat it throughout the day. It's hard. It's very hard. And sleep, kind of self-explanatory. Just told you, it's very hard to get sleep in. And I'm trying to average at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep for this first phase. And, I got 8 hours last night, but I'm gonna get those 3 hours before class, and then after class I'll get some sleep then. Because I don't work tomorrow night, so it'll work out. It'll balance. Balancing, when I say balancing school and the challenge, it's not just physically going there or physically going to work out. It's a mental thing, being able to shift between all three. But it's also with reading the Bible and reading all these books, because my laptop right now is sitting on 12 textbooks, which are all for this semester, and that's not including the smaller books that I have to read for my individual study class or the research that I'm trying to do independently. So it's not that reading the Bible is hard, but it's hard to balance that with my readings for class. That being said, I have started reading for today, and I'm on track for the first 3 days. I'm on Genesis 32, verse 1, and I need to get to 40, verse 11 before the end of the night, which is fine. I can do that because with my work, I have a lot of flexibility, and I can do that while I'm at work. The last struggle is my looks. Trying to do all of this is doable. But as you can clearly tell right now, you see that hair? There's not a whole lot going on as far as makeup or hairstyles or even shaving my legs is a struggle right now. Like, it's on my list of things to do, but hopefully I can do that tomorrow. I don't have any time to do anything. So, rough. Now that we've got all that out of the way, this is actually going faster than my last video, so maybe it was a sign that I need to compress. I want to say thank you. Thank you to all the people who have decided to share with me in this journey, even if you haven't decided to go the full 90 days or do everything that I'm doing. Everybody is going through something different, and everybody has their own demons that they have to face. So, appreciate you. More than that, I appreciate the people who have taken the time to message me and DM me and say that I've inspired them. It's hard to be transparent and talk about things that are personal. And because I've gotten used to it, doesn't make it any easier. So but at the same time, I get kind of used to it, if that makes sense. It doesn't make it easier, but I get a little more used to it. And so it's not as hard for me to talk about my miscarriage or my breakup. It's not as hard for me to say that I got academically dismissed. All these things that weren't exactly ideal that happened, it's not as hard for me to say that because I've been talking about it. It's not the same for everyone. The first time you talk about it is always going to be harder than the second, the third, the fourth, all that. And so, since I've been talking about it for a while, I forget how crazy it sounds. I forget that it's really emotional, and that can hurt. You know, that can hurt me, because I get almost numb to the fact that these terrible things happen to me, and now I'm just like, yeah, that happened. That's not how I should feel about it, and that's not how you should feel about your situation ever. And if that's the case, that's when I think you need support. And so I appreciate those people who are sharing their stories with me, because that's what that provides for me. Support. You're telling me that I inspire you, that I'm your motivation, but you inspire me. You motivate me. So keep that coming. I need that. Shout out to my roommates for not thinking that I'm crazy. These walls are really thin, so they can hear everything that I'm saying. They see everything that I cook. They know that I'm in and out of this house like a crazy person. Me in that kitchen, I'm just throwing stuff around. They don't judge me, and if they do, they don't tell me. So shout out. They're the real MVPs. That's all I got. See you tomorrow.